Hey, you. Hide my baby girlness. My baby girlness. Oh, look at that baby girl. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, got cast here. Get this 57 Chevy floor here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby girlness. She's on her blanket. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. How cool that is. Listen to you.
We gotta clean this table, Ty.
Thank
It's
you.
really
Oh,
gross.
definitely. That's just on the list. It's number 24, I believe.
Table.
Clean off coffee table, number 24. Oh, what the? Come on. Look at all of these discs here, all full. I can't do anything about, because my DVD recorder, this recorder here is screwed up. It won't record anything anymore. So how screwed up is that? Which one is it? This one.
The director John Ford and Duke Wayne were there with me at my dad's bedside. You see, my dad was a big Western star in the old days. Harry Carey. Harry Carey Sr., if you like. He was Duke's idol. It was Duke who got me that part in Howard Hawks' great Western Red River. I played a cowhand on Duke's cattle drive.
It's all right, Dan. Go ahead. Oh, no, sir. I didn't mean it. You mean what, Dan? I just wanted to say I want to go. Fine.
Duke was 14 years older than me, and he was a good pal. We had a lot of good times back then. Duke showed me the ropes. When we did John Ford's movie Three Godfathers, I was the kid, and that's how Ford treated me. Ford lit into me every day. Duke said it was just like Ford had done to him on Stagecoach. But Duke stood up for me. Matter of fact, he did the same thing in the movie. I had John Wayne looking out for me. You can't beat that.
Well, you better think it over. I hate to take you along. This is no cinch like wrestling a few cows. I thought it over, Bob, and I ain't backing down. No, sir, I ain't backing down.
I learned some things about Duke over the years, like the fact that he hated people shining up to him, giving him the star treatment.
But you just keep speaking plain English to me, and we'll get along fine.
And another thing, when he was working, he really lived the characters he played. On She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, Duke wasn't real friendly to me on screen or off. I played a spoiled rich kid just out of West Point. Duke played my commanding officer.
Thank you.
He didn't think too highly of me.
For what purpose did you wish to leave the post, Mr. Pennell?
Picnicking, sir.
Picnicking? Picnicking, Miss Dandridge?
Where? In St. Louis? Oh, no, sir, just out by the waterfall. But I'm sorry, it's
Never apologize, mister. It's a sign of weakness.
Now Duke will tell you that that was the best acting he ever did, as Captain Nathan Brittles. But I liked him even better at The Searchers. He played the Indian fighter, Ethan Edwards, a hard, tough man filled with hate. Now in that movie, Duke was distant, hard to talk to, and his character Ethan could be downright dangerous.
I found Lucy back in the canyon. Wrapped her in my coat. Buried her with my own hands. Thought it best to keep it from you. Did they? Was she? What do you want me to do? Throw you a picture? Spell it out? Don't ever ask me. As long as you live, don't ever ask me more.
The way I see it, Duke should have won 3 Oscars. He should have won one for The Searchers, plus the one he did win for True Grit. And the third one should have been for the last movie Duke ever made, The Shootist. Duke plays that old gunfighter, J.B. Brooks, who's dying from cancer. I remember that scene near the end of the movie where Duke's going into town even though he knows he's about to get shot down. He knows he's likely to die that very day. Then he goes to say goodbye to Lauren Bacall.
Well, this is my birthday. I haven't been to a saloon for a long time, and I thought I'd get a drink and celebrate.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful day for it. It's what we call fall spring.
Goodbye, Mrs. Rogers.
Goodbye, Mr. Brooks.
To this day, I can't watch that without crying. I really can't. All told, I made 11 pictures with Duke, and I'll tell you what, when he walked on the set in the morning, everybody would stop and look. It was like the first time you ever saw him in your life. It could happen 30, 40 days in a row. He never failed. Duke was a real movie star. There was nothing fake about Duke. He was a true patriot and an honest, good-natured man. All of my memories of him are fond ones. I don't think you could help but love him if you knew him. For Turner Classic Movies, I'm Harry Carey Jr.
Join us for a day of films from John Wayne, whose street shooting style made him an
Well, there you are, my baby girlness. And look who we have here. We have my Max baby boy. Oh, my Max. Now, I worked on that front sofa. It was so torn up. It was so much hair on it. It took me about 20 minutes to a half an hour to clean that, straighten that all out. And my labors have proved to be very well spent because this is absolutely gorgeous. Eskies here. They are beautiful. It's my baby Molly girl. And my baby Max. Look at how she's looking for Margot. She only has one good eye. This eye is clouded up with cataract. And I'm just praying if there's a God not to take her other eye because I couldn't handle her not being able to see. It would ruin her life. It would ruin my life to see her like that. And this guy, he's so reclusive. I try to touch him. He just gives me this look, as you could see. But if I go over to touch him, he runs off. He just doesn't want to be touched by me for some reason. And she wants me to touch her. Look at that baby. Look at that baby girl. Hey, you. Hey. Zip. Resume. Resume. Look at those eyes. Oh my God. is so awesome, baby.
She always makes me laugh. That witty, sexy, stylish lady every woman wanted to be and every man in America wanted to marry in the 1930s. The perfect wife, the studios called her. Myrna Loy was a major movie star. She made 129 films, but she'll always be remembered most as Nora Charles, the perfect wife in the Thin Man movies. My first memories of her are from those films I saw on TV as a kid. I've been a fan of hers ever since.
Well, it gives you the sack to let me know, will you? I certainly will. She's hot looking, ain't she?
Shut up, you luck, it's his wife.
I read once that Myrna didn't like that label, the perfect wife. Well, nobody wants to be typecast. The irony is she started her career as the exotic, the gypsy girl, about as far away as you can get from the perfect wife. But I think it's time to give Myrna Loy a new label, the perfect acting partner. I've seen so many of her films, and watching her, I just know she must have been the best to work with. Clark Gable, Spencer Tracy, William Powell, Melvin Douglas, they all wanted to work with her. Yes, because she was talented and beautiful. But I think they also knew with Myrna opposite them, they were going to look really good. She always said she tailored her acting style to a leading man. Take William Powell, for instance, whose approach to comedy was fairly broad. She instinctively pulled back in her scenes with him. She's delicate with the comedy, balances out Powell, and is funnier. Now, Clark Gable, he was a tough, macho guy, so with him, she was rougher.
I know you. You're the prince. A nice, charming prince right out of the sky. And I've been waiting for you all my life. That's why no other man ever touched the tip of my finger.
It amazes me that Myrna, who never went to acting school, knew exactly what to do and was so authentic. Look at her entrance in The Thin Man. Myrna's director was one take of Woody Van Dyke, and he tells her she has to do this big fall. The cameras roll, she rushes in, and bam! She's down, and you don't even see her trip herself.
Now let's go to the first course.
Watch that again. It's beautiful, absolutely perfect, and so funny. You have to be gifted to do physical comedy that well, and in one take. Also, listen to how natural she sounds. She breaks up a sentence, the way people do in real life.
Now this is the paper we're going to use in the home. It's flour, but I don't want the ceiling to match any of the colors of the flour.
No.
There's some little dots in the background. And it's these dots I want you to match.
She always knew how to act like a real person. She's talking to Cary Grant in that wonderful musical voice. She takes a pause in the middle of her line.
Never mind, darling. We'll get our own experts.
Actors do that now, but back then, most actors were more stylized. Except Myrna. With her authenticity came a great deal of subtlety. In the best years of our lives, there's this business where she brings her husband breakfast in bed. Maybe that's something she did for him all the time when they first married. But now he's back from the war. He's not the same husband. See? There, she hesitated. And there, she can barely look at him. In just a few seconds, she shows us how much life has changed for this woman. Those actions were not in the script, but she knew how to fill in the emotional blank spaces and make a simple scene touching. You know, in my research on Myrna Loy, I found out that she stopped making movies during World War II so she could work with the Red Cross. And later, she worked for the UN and on the Civil Rights Commission. Those generous and sensitive performances of hers couldn't have happened if she'd been a self-involved actor. She had an avid interest in world politics and human rights and felt personal responsibility as an American citizen. I admire her for that. When I look at all of Myrna's great performances, I am shocked that she was never nominated for an Oscar. She did get an honorary Academy Award in 1991 for career achievement. She was 86. I was just starting to make movies then, and watching her that night, I couldn't help wishing I would meet her someday. Something else I learned about Myrna, because you can't see it in black and white. She was a redhead, like me. And she was of Scottish Welsh descent, like me. If I only had that adorable upturned nose of hers, maybe I could have played her granddaughter in a movie. And then I could have proved my theory. I would have known firsthand. Myrna Loy was the perfect acting partner. For Turner Classic Movies, I'm Julianne Moore. Join us for a day of films from Merlin Lloyd. the
Hey, you
sexy
are
leading lady who
a
joins
Zen.
as a sly comedian. Thursday starting at 6 a.m.
Zen.
on Turner Classic Movies.
I'm gonna
For a
play
complete
with you.
schedule, Visit tcm.com/summer.
Play with my cord, huh?
Who are you hiding from?
Play with my camera cord. Punk you.
Why don't you upstairs resting?
Look at these cars here. 61 Corvette, 49 Mercury, and a 57 Chevy Bel Air. Fire chief's car. Really cool cars. Here's a 39 Lincoln, 36
Cut your teeth off.
Chrysler Airflow thing, and then there's the 40 Ford, the 40 Cadillac,
I know you must care about me.
and then there's the Godfather there, and another 57 Chevy there,
Yes.
58 Chevy here. It's just cool stuff. And we have Max. He's my baby boy. I've had him now for about a year, and he comes from Canada.
Turner Classic Movies and Warner Home Video.
Raise him up in Canada,
TCM's
and
greatest
they bring him down
classic
here.
collections.
Fish you gotta see.
Big Screen Titans Joe
So-
Crawford and Kirk Douglas.
And then this is my Molly girl.
DVD collection.
She was
With each
very,
set
very
full of great movies for one low price.
skittish dog. She's very temperamental, high strung,
Crawford
and
steals the show in Mildred
she was
Pierce,
terribly, terribly
You're afraid of the
hurt when she came here, and
and The Dead Don't Cry.
she loves me, adores me, and hates
In
Marvel. And
Lust for Life.
you see that back there? That is a Buzz. I don't like him.
The Bad and the Beautiful.
That's Star
One cat I don't like.
2009 stage show before
A lot of trouble.
Let's go.
These
Yeah.
unforgettable collections are
These
must
people,
have for
yeah.
every film lover's
What do
library.
you got?
TCM's greatest classic legends collections. Available now for
There's
great
Darth
prices
there,
at
and
TCM.com and Barnes & Noble DVD locations.
Skeletons. There's all kinds of interesting things on this table here. Look at that. Elvis Presley. Tigers here. Really awesome table. Awesome Molly girl. Awesome baby boy. Some things here. Indeed. Indeed. It's a British Spitfire there. British. Look at that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
in the name of glory is that?
Meet Mr. Waddles, Cora. It's a penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
I ordered him.
You ordered it.
Yeah.
2 years ago it was an alligator. Last year it was a walrus, and now this.
But Cora, you asked me to show some initiative.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Billy. Look.
Where Flutie comes from. Billy, your father
Drink
has
my coffee. It's getting cold here.
Penguins.
Oh, but Cora, I made a sale today.
Oh, Pop, that's wonderful. And you sold something?
Yes, that dog, you remember? The one that thought that he was a Scotty?
How much did you get?
$100.
You mean a customer paid you $100 in cash?
Oh, okay. Well, not exactly. You see, he was a little short, so he gave me two $50 caps.
I thought so. Cat.
Yes.
Burn Adams.
Oh, but he's cute, isn't
No,
he, Cora? Oh, well, somebody's got to take a fancy to her.
but aren't you a big enough blasting stop without that thing being seen here? I'm so ashamed I can't hold my head up in public.
Oh, well, all right, Cora, all right. I'll send him back. But the advertisement said that...
No, come and have your supper.
It's good coffee.
Eric. Oh, Pop, Mother's right. You have to be practical. Don't let everybody take advantage of you.
But I didn't know you felt like that too, Billy.
I don't really. But Mother only wants to be proud of you. And so do I. Well, good morning, Uncle Roscoe. How are you this evening?
Terrible. I didn't sleep a wink all afternoon.
Oh, that's...
Where are my appetite pills?
Lily, darling, I made an appointment for you at the beauty shop at 6:30. But I'm going Saturday afternoon. Monty Hopkins called to take
Appetite
you to
pills?
dinner tonight. Surprise. Oh, Mother, you didn't tell him I'd go, did you?
Oh, Cora, why don't you let Billy make her own days?
Then you keep quiet. Monty's a very fine boy. I want my daughter to be somebody. Any other girl would jump at a chance of marrying a Hopkins. Yes, sir.
Good evening, family. Cora, you're absolutely right. For Billy's own good, she oughta. And then, same with me. But with Omar Hopkins' connection, elected state controller,
So shut that off
then
for a
I'll let
second.
it slide.
Hang on a minute. Let me put that cup down here.